Hi babes, if you're over 30 and love a fresh, lightweight makeup look, this routine is for you. Today, I'm skipping foundation completely and going super minimal while still looking radiant. Let's get right into it. I started by applying a gel-based moisturizer. Then I mixed my moisturizer, bronzer, and a little face oil together and apply it all over my face. On my forehead, the sides of my face, my nose, and jawline. This instantly adds warmth and a soft, healthy glow without feeling heavy. Next, instead of using a full coverage base, I spot concealed only when needed to maintain a natural skin-like finish. So once I'm done spot concealing, I'll use my fingertip to blend the area I spot concealed into my skin. The trick to this is get a concealer that matches your skin perfectly well. That way you can mimic a second skin, and that is what I am doing here. I'm not going to be using a foundation, but I'm using a thick concealer just at the part where I have the spots, and I'm not going to completely cover up my spots just because I still want to maintain a no makeup look vibe. You understand what I mean? So I'm just going to go ahead and conceal the ones that I know they are very, very obvious, while leaving the ones that, just there, they don't really bother me. So if you have really soft and smooth skin, this next step is not necessary. What you just need to do is to go ahead and highlight and do the next step I'm going to be showing you. But for those that have blemishes, you will need to go ahead and do what I am doing. Just spot conceal. If you want to take your time to cover up all the spots you have on your skin, you can go ahead and use a very small brush, a light small brush, and use that to conceal the spots. Okay, for my highlights, I applied it to the inner and outer areas of my under eyes, intentionally skipping the middle section. I applied on the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and this part here is where the smile line usually show a lot more. So if you're someone that laugh a lot and you have a smile line in that part, laughing a lot is actually really good and therapeutic. Very, very good. So you will laugh a lot, that's good. But if you are bothered with the lines it leaves when you do your makeup, what you should do is try to not apply too much product in that area. Go with what you have the leftover on your brush to blend that side area. Then when it comes to highlighting, make sure you apply a lighter concealer in that area just to bring forward the receding part of your face. It will bring it forward and make it flat and level up with your skin, so it looks like you don't have any dent in that part. When it comes to blending, you blend that part strategically. You focus your blending in that area. You will not be bothered about spreading it out. Just blend that area. Then once you are done blending, like you're pushing in the concealer into the particular area, then you can now go ahead and blend out the edges just to make it well blended. And I'm also using that brush to blend out the side of my face where I put that concealer, just to emphasize my cheekbone and make it a lot more prominent because of what I applied initially. Then my forehead area, I applied the concealer lower than where my facial expression usually should show up. Then what I have left in the brush, I extended it to the part. That means I'm trying to work smart, by not applying that concealer in that part where I have that facial expression. If I had done that, it's going to exaggerate it when I smile or when I raise my brow to do something. So these are the things you need to do when you start noticing some form of lines in your face due to some expressions over time. You need to be careful not to apply product on those areas. If you do, it will exaggerate it and it will make you look a lot older than you are naturally. Then when it comes to blending, I softly diffused the outer parts into my skin and I let the inner highlight build up for a lifted, bright-eyed effect. So I'm just going to focus my blending on the outer parts here. I'm blending, I'm pushing in while the one in the inner part is cooking. While the inner part is cooking. So I'm blending this one really well, and once I am done with that, I'll go ahead and apply a cream blush, and I'll be bringing it up towards my bottom lashes. Lately, I noticed that bringing the blush towards the bottom lashes and almost to the part where the highlighting product is, it just gives that really beautiful look, most especially when you use pink. That is what I have noticed. It looks really good, and also it helps you not to use so much product under your eyes. That is why I intentionally left out the middle part of my under eye by not applying the concealer in that part and leaving the concealer in the inner and the outer part. So the cream blush is what will fill up the middle part, and blending it back and forth with the inner part, highlighting concealer. Do you guys get what I mean? So that way I don't have so much product under my eyes, but my inner part and the outer part of my eyes still remain nice and looking really, really good. So I'm just going back to apply more of that cream blush. You have to be careful with it. Don't go heavy handed so it doesn't look too much. So I'm still blending. Then after blending this out, I'm going to go ahead and blend the inner part. At this point, the inner part had already stayed really, really well. That's built up nicely to my liking. Then I'm going to blend out, so that way it's not going to shift around. When you use concealer that tends to build up, it helps your under eye to just stay flawless and really nice, especially when you go ahead and when you go ahead and set it down. It makes it look really nice. It doesn't move around. And this type of concealer I mix two different concealer from different brands. One is an actual one that builds up, that if you don't blend it out fast, it's going to start lifting up. Then the second one is like, it's concealer that like a concealer that you mix eye cream with, that gives you that nice moisturizing feel. That is what the second one is. So I mixed both together. My intention is to make sure that the one that builds up so well does not have that, the power is a bit reduced, and for the time that I've used to blend out the rest of my face, I was still able to blend it out. So that's what I'm trying to do. Now when it comes to my setting, I'm setting my under eyes with UJV Beauty setting powder in translucent and beige. So first off, I'm going to blend out my under eyes. You all know that when you do things after you applied your concealer, you still have that creases under your eyes. No matter how light-handed you go, you still need to go back and blend it out before setting. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge to set my under eye first. This time I'm picking the lightest powder just to set my under eye. So I'm mixing both setting powder together. I'm picking just little. This will create a smooth base. Then I'll go ahead and use a dry flat sponge to pick up the setting powder. I'll be putting the flat sponge into the translucent and the beige. The purpose of this is to give an airbrushed effect. This combination gave my under eyes a flawless, soft, focused look. Like it looks super good and super airbrushed. So next, I went in with a powder blush to reinforce the cream blush that I applied first. This just sets that cream blush in place, and whatever you go throughout that day, your blush is going nowhere. So I just go ahead and apply the blush to the area I applied the creamy one, and just blend it out really, really well, bringing it towards my under eye, just as I did with the creamy blush, and just apply it everywhere and make it look really nice. Then after this, guys, the next step I'm going to show you is not necessary. It's not for everybody. If you don't like a bright under eye, or if you don't want an extra airbrush bright under eyes. For me, I like it sometimes, but sometimes I don't do it, and sometimes I do it. So if you don't like it, it is not necessary. Just go ahead and spray your face after setting your under eye. So what I did is I picked up a different shade of compact powder, and I dip my dry flat sponge into it. I pick it up and just place it exactly where I placed that concealer in the inner part of my eyes. I placed it there. The excess of this is to give you extra flawless airbrushed under eyes and to brighten it. If you like your under eyes to be brightened, then you want to go ahead and do this. Then afterwards, I went ahead to spray my face just to melt everything together beautifully, and that is it, guys. This is effortless and it is beautiful, and it gave me that soft doll-like look. My face feels like I'm wearing nothing. Trust me, it looks so fresh, effortless, and naturally radiant. Would you try this no foundation makeup routine? Let me know in the comment section. Do not forget to like, comment, share, and please do well to subscribe. Bye.